here's a linear equation with lots of fractions. This should be distributed, so let's do that first. Five times 5 is 25. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 5 over 3 is 5 over 3. So this is the equation that you have. These are like terms, so you want to put the like terms to one side. These are also like terms, so let's move the 5 over 3 to the other side. You have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, and every time you move the terms, you have to remember their signs become negated. So when you move this to this side, you end up with 47 over 9 minus 5 over 3. And over here, it's 25 over 6 x minus 3 over 2 x. Okay. Now, to combine these two, you need common denominators, right? You can't just add these two fractions because this one has 3 as the denominator and this has 9 as the denominator. So you have two options. One is you can multiply 3 top and bottom so that they have the same common denominator. Another possibility, and this only works if you're working with an equation. If you have an equation, then you're allowed to multiply or divide or add or subtract whatever as long as you do the same thing to both sides. Okay? And when you deal with a fractional equation, something like this, the shortcut for such an equation is to just multiply by the least common multiple of all the denominators. And that gets rid of all the denominators, which makes it really easy because you don't have any fraction anymore. Okay? So we could actually have done that over here. Before even moving things around, we could have multiplied by the same number here. But it's not too late. Okay, so you have 9 and 3. 9 is a multiple of 3, so 9. What's the least common multiple of 6 and 9?
3.
Not the
multiple.
Multiple.
18.
18, right? 9 times 2 is 18, and 6 times 3 is 18. And they happen to also be multiple of 2 and 3. So 18 seems to be the least common multiple of all these numbers. So what do? You multiply by that number, 18. So let me write down. 18 gets multiplied to 47 over 9 minus 18 times 5 over 3. And these are multiplications. It's not a mixed fraction. And it's 18 times 25 over 6x minus 18 times 3 over 2x. 18 and 9 cancels, and what's left? What's 18 divided by 9? 2. 3 and 18, what's left?
6.
6. 6 and 18?
3.
3. 2 and 18, that's
9.
9. Twice of 47, that's 94. 6 times 5 is 30. 3 times 25, that's 75. 9 times 3 is 27x. Let's move it over here. 94 minus 30 is 64. 75 minus 27, let's see, if you subtract 5 minus 7, that's 8. There's a carryover, this should be 6. 6 minus 2 is 4, so that's 48x. And you divide 64 by 48. You should simplify this by dividing both top and bottom by, well, they're both divisible by 4, so let's divide by 4 first. 64 divided by 4 is 16. 48 divided by 4 is 12. They still have common factor as 4, so let's divide again. So 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 3 is 16, so that's same as 4 over 3. and that's your final answer. Okay. Now, this approach is much better because if you didn't multiply by 18, then not only you have to come up with common denominator to put them together, but later on when you divide, you have fraction divide by fraction, so that's another headache that you have to deal with. So this approach is usually faster when you try to solve a linear equation with fractions.